After 6 years, Ninja Kiwi finally fixed the never miss upgrade. Yeah, so the never miss targeting upgrade on the Ace used to actually, well, miss a lot. And finally, after 6 years, since 2018, they cracked the code or whatever it is, and they made it, well, not miss anymore. And actually, I went back into all of the balance changes, and the earliest one that I could find is in update 8.0, which is supposed to be like 2019 or something like that, when they started trying to fix this by increasing the homing tightness. You guys can see here, this is the balance changes from 8.0. And after that, in update 40, they're trying to make some improvements by increasing the projectile duration. And now, finally, in update 46, they are fixing the problem altogether, so the never miss apparently no longer misses, which is amazing to hear. You know, when you think about this upgrade was called a never miss since the release of VT6, and just to have it called like that, but to actually know that it misses and it's not super, I don't know about that one, Ninja Kiwi, but yeah, they finally fixed it, and I'm super happy to try this thing out. I've never tried it before ever since the release of the update. I'm super excited to try this one out. Another way that you can think about this change is that, well, we have a tower that actually just got a huge damage improvement, right? Because it's not an extra flat damage, but just the fact that it doesn't miss anymore means that, well, it's hitting the balloons a lot more often, and it's just using up the projectiles a lot better. Now, this apparently carries over to the Spectre as well, which is really good to hear, because now we have essentially these two towers. I would expect it carries over to the Flying Fortress as well, but once you buy the Flying Fortress, you're not exactly relying on the darts to pop your balloons. So what I wanted to do for today is I wanted to try and get the 2 million pumps with the new never miss, and then eventually we're going to upgrade to the Spectre, and we're going to see how good these darts are. Yeah, so let's have it like inside of all the balloons. I'm going to play it a little bit faster, and I'm just going to be spamming the center pad. There we go. Okay, so look at this. Look at the coverage now. It's just right in the middle of the map. It's going to be attacking all these balloons, and actually, so it's going to go up top, and I think I'm just going to have it move back for a second. Like, I think I'm going to do it now, then it's going to do an attack all the way inside. Yes, there we go. That's very good. Okay, actually, 2.7k is really expensive for the never miss. I think that we should be going for the rapid fire and the lots more darts first, and then we go into the never miss. I think that makes a little bit more sense. We can also combo it with the jar of pickles if necessary for +1 damage. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, look at this thing. So way much faster balloons. Let me get the lots more darts, which is going to be super effective, I think, because 12 darts at one time, and then I'm just going to have it move back like this and that. I think we have it. Yeah, there we go. That was perfect. That's amazing. I feel like 27 won't overwhelm us at all as well, so let me just start getting ready for the AMD, because I want to be popping these lead balloons with this thing, with the Ace attacks and just all these darts. So let's see how we're going to do on this one. We're going to need a little bit of RNG, but just because we went for the lots more darts, I feel like it's not going to be a problem hitting all of these lead balloons, right? Let me just have it move back, because there's a couple of them left at the back. There we go. That wasn't so hard. And finally, we can get to see how good the new never miss is. I have high expectations for this, because I used to joke about this never miss upgrade, and I used to call it sometimes miss targeting, and finally it is catching up with me, and I'm not gonna be able to use that joke anymore, because apparently, well, it doesn't miss anymore. Oh, wait a minute, how's it looking? Oh, that's really close actually. Okay, so what's the idea with this one then? We have 2 regrows zebras at the back, so we should make sure that we pop them into, oh my god, it's just making the regrows so much more. Let's just move it back like this. Make sure just to pop the zebra layer and not have zebras reach the end. Oh no, this is looking worse than last time even, I think. Yeah, I think a jar of pickles would be great right about now, so let me just give it a jar of pickles and let's see how much of a difference it makes, because it's gonna be breaking apart the zebras. It's not gonna be into like these black and white balloons, but it's gonna be pinks, and I feel like that might be a little bit more helpful, I guess. Oh, you know what? We should actually keep the Ace away from these zebras, so maybe have it orbit like here towards the right half of the map. Is that going to be a choice? Oh no, look at this thing. It's so much better. Look at these zebras now. They're not even regrowing just because we carried +1 damage. It's so good. There we go. That was the entire round. So all we needed to do was just a little bit of pickles. Yes. All right, getting close. So I think if we beat this round, or maybe even like in the middle of this round, we should have the money for the never miss. It's looking really good. And once we buy it, I'm just going to have it like orbit on a figure 8 at the back. I think we have the money, by the way. There we go. And let me just set it to figure 8. Oh my god, it's so good. You can actually see the difference. They're homing so much, actually. It's insane. They never used to work like this. This is like, why didn't they used to work like this from the start? Look at this thing. They're not even missing, and you can even see like these small little things when they approach the balloons, and if the balloon gets popped before the dart hits it, it just homes into the closest balloon possible, which is just insane. I mean, exactly what you want to be seeing. There we go. Finally, the never miss living up to its name. I love to see it. All right, so this changes things a little bit, because I wanted to get the Spectre eventually, and we are going to get the Spectre, but I'm going to get an overclock actually for the never miss, because this thing is so good. Look at this thing go. Look at it at fast forward, by the way. Just like zooming in onto the balloons. That's insane. I'm so glad I chose this map, by the way. Cubism would have worked as well, by the way, but yeah, this is just so good. Let me just get the stronger stim. I think I'm just gonna drop a jar of pickles just to get a little bit of extra damage versus this thing. And look at how everything is just zooming in on. I'm so impressed by this upgrade. Very good job. Very good job. I love this tower so much. We're still doing the 2 million pumps, by the way, so let's actually make sure that this thing is properly buffed and everything. So we are eventually gonna need the MIB, so might as well get the radar scanner, just give it like permanent camo detection, not rely on the camo potion. Yeah, I'm just super impressed by this tower. I'm just super impressed by the job that Ninja Kiwi did, and I'm just kind of wondering why they didn't do this a little bit earlier, because this is apparently identical to Adora's targeting, and so I guess they knew how to do it. It's just that they were trying different things. I think this is gonna be a decent round to overclock it for the first time, because we have 3 mobs on this one, so let's use it. Bam, and let's see how it goes. Oh my god, all of those darts, look at them go. This is so cool. Yes, and it's so strong actually. Look at this thing. So we got the darts, we got the lots more darts, and these guys, yeah, they're just not letting anyone through. That's so good. I think we should also be maximizing this tower as much as possible. So yeah, let's go like this. Let's give it the sharpening stone for a little extra pierce. Let's give it the jar of pickles, because why not? And now let's see it in action. I'm gonna overclock it again, and this is gonna be wave number 3, I think, of 55. Let's watch it versus the 4th wave of ceramics, because this is the most dense one. Oh yes, not even close. Not even gonna make it past the first hedge. That's insane. Maybe overclock it again. So 57 2x2 mobs and a bunch of small balloons beneath them, and this thing is just absolutely owning. So still overclocked. We have the sharpening stone, we have the jar of pickles. I think I'm gonna keep it like this until the end of the game, honestly, or at least until we get the Spectre, because that's when it's gonna start causing trouble, at least with the jar of pickles. Alright, can you take down a BFB though? Let's overclock it and let's see. Now we're gonna have some very cool rounds upcoming. So 61, not as much, but 62 and 63, I cannot wait to see how it goes. Oh, that's completely melting it. Yeah, these guys are just not missing. That's about it. And yeah, it's melting the 45 mobs, which means, yes, 63. Okay, so we might have a little bit of an issue actually with these lead balloons and the AMD uptime, but how does it do versus the actual ceramic waves? It's melting them, guys. This is not even gonna be close, right? Or is, I mean, they made it to like halfway, I guess, of the track. Not even halfway exactly, like 40-ish%. But it's so good to see this tower just absolutely destroy 63. Look at how it's going. Look at these darts just homing in onto the balloons. That is insane how good it is right now. Yeah, so last wave was 63. I'm just gonna play it fast forward because we know that we can beat this one. Let's see how we do versus all of these mobs on 64. Now we are gonna get the money for the Spectre, but I'm actually gonna wait for this thing to lose before we upgrade to the Spectre, I think. Like, if you guys had to guess, when do you think it's gonna lose? Now? 2 BFVs? I don't think so, especially not when there are like a bunch of small balloons. I think it's just gonna eat up the small balloons. Maybe it's gonna be a bunch of mob class balloons that take it down, actually. If I had to guess, this is probably gonna be around 75, and if it somehow magically beats 75, then yeah, 76 for sure is gonna be the end of it, I think. I think this is gonna be around at which we finally lose. So it's gonna be 75, and I think we're gonna lose to all of these guys, you know, the stacked up BFBs at the back. I don't think we're gonna have an issue with the 45 mobs or this BFB up front. I also gave it the sharpening stone. I should probably give it the jar of pickles, and we do have the money for the Spectre, so we're not gonna lose on this round per se, but we have the money to intervene. But I would love to see this thing actually beat the entirety of 75. That's gonna be amazing. And so far, okay, so this is gonna be the first test because there's a lot of small balloons in here. Might not look like it. Oh my god, it just ate everything up. You know what? It's gonna be these guys as well, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit because we beat the first ones, and I think we're gonna have this one as well. Yeah, that's insane. This thing is so good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna lose to 76 though. So I think 1 round off of my prediction. I'm pretty sure that we lose to this one just because it's gonna create a regrow farm, I'm pretty sure. But come on, 75, a 203 never miss. That is absolutely insane. Do we try and extend the lifetime of this thing by just buying some support towers? I think we might want to try this as well. Yeah, you know what? Let me actually try something like this. I'm gonna get a Relentless glue because we want to have this thing anyways for later on, but let's see if it's gonna make a difference versus 76. So I'm gonna overclock again, and let's see how much of a difference the Relentless glue is gonna make. I don't think it's gonna be too much, by the way, just because it's a weird tower and how it works. No, this actually looks even worse than last time, I'm gonna be honest, because the regrow farm seems a little bit bigger. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I might have a solution for 76. Actually, we set it to center targeting, and we give it the Jerry's Fire. Now the Jerry's Fire is also gonna do a little bit of extra damage, and I'm gonna wait for the ace to come to make a full rotation, and when it reaches the start of the track, I'm gonna hit start, so it's gonna be like now, so we get some damage from the Jerry's Fire as well, overclock it as well, and then I'm gonna have it move back like this. Oh my god, is this actually gonna work, or is it gonna create a worse regrow farm than last time? I don't know. It's doing a lot of damage. We actually did. That's insane. Oh my god, I never miss targeting just going ham. That's insane. And I'm pretty sure with these 45 BFBs, this is gonna be the end of the road for the never miss. We're gonna have to buy the Spectre, but this has been super impressive, guys. I mean, this is just like a 3rd tier tower with an alchemist, and it's just the fact that they improved the accuracy so much of this thing just shows you how good it is. The cost of this thing is 2.7k. I feel like the cost is definitely gonna go up a little bit, but yeah, it looks like 82 is gonna be the last one for this one. All right, so finally we get to buy the Spectre. The Spectre is gonna do a little bit harder of a carrying, but look at this thing. They said that they improved the homing targeting of the darts and the Spectre as well, and it's exactly the same. Yep, this thing is so good as well. All right, so let's make sure we give it the sharpening stone because it does work on the darts, and the darts are actually kind of good nowadays, but we should be stopping with the jar of pickles because the attack speed loss is not worth it anymore. All right, so 88, we have $63,000, but don't get fooled by the number because we have a lot of towers left to buy, so we're just kind of playing on borrowed time at this point because upgrades are going to have to happen. So I'm just thinking, what are those upgrades going to be? So we can either go for the Ultra Boost, we can go for 10 stacks on it. We're gonna have to buy the MIB for sure, so we might want to do that actually as soon as possible. I think we want to do it now because the next one we're gonna have the DDTs, and then we either go for the Ultra Boost or we just go for some cheaper towers, like for example Call to Arms into some support-ish towers, and I think that that's the thing that we're gonna do. So let's kind of watch what's happening on these ones. So 89 darts are actually still mesmerizing to look at because they're still not missing, but yeah, we're gonna need a lot of extra damage. So I think I'm gonna buy the Call to Arms right now. Actually, we do get the MIB because these bombs from the Spectre, they cannot pop lead balloons by themselves. I think some of the things that we have to do is just making sure that we can hold these balloons in place. So for example, I wanted to get the Relentless glue anyway, so I'm just gonna buy it like this, and then I'm gonna, yeah, it's set on first. I'm gonna give it this Jerry's invisibility potion. It's also gonna last for 10 rounds, but it's gonna increase the range as well, which is always nice. So let's go like this. Let's overclock the Spectre, and let's just do a quick pop count check. I'm not concerned about the pops at this point, but we probably might want to save some pops at the end because I'm not sure if the Spectre is gonna be able to pop the bat by itself. So the NG is at 1k pops, and I don't think anyone else has any other pops, so we're doing amazingly well so far. All right, let me overclock, let me get a Sabo, and let's just save a little bit of cash. So it's 25,000, but we're gonna need these 25k to react. And then I'm thinking, what do we want to do with the Call to Arms? Do we activate it now or do we chill? You know what, I think because we see a bunch of ZMGs, I'm gonna activate it now. The next round is gonna have DDTs, but we're not exactly worried about those in 93. So yeah, let's just clean out these ZMGs, and then I think we're gonna use the Sabo like right about now. I'm gonna use the overclock as well, so slow down these DDTs, just make sure we clump them up together, and there we go, we clean them up easily. And it's just gonna be all on the Spectre to clean out these small balloons, which are 45. The 45 balloons can definitely be a problem for us. Let me just check Geraldo's level. So level 18. We should also do some shenanigans with the Rejuve potion before we restock the entire shop, by the way, and that's one of the things I'm saving money for as well. Let me just also make sure to hit the overclock. Let's get the Call to Arms, let's get the Sabo as well, just make sure we keep all these guys in one spot. And I think that's gonna be about it for 94. Let me just check Geraldo's levels one more time. So 18 and a half. So that means in the next few rounds we want to be using both of those Rejuve potions before they restock. So let's hit the overclock again, and then the plan is to use both the abilities for 95. So let's use the Sabo, let's use the Call to Arms. If this is enough for the entirety of 95, then we should probably be using the potions on 96, I'm pretty sure. So let's just see how we do on this one. So 95, I don't see any issues with the DDTs, especially because they're super slowed down with the help of the Relentless glue as well, so that's really nice. Alright, so because it's 96 and both of our abilities are on cooldown, I think it's time for us to use one of the Rejuves. So let's overclock, Call to Arms, use the Sabo, and then I think we should get one more round of both of these abilities when the ZMGs appear on 96. So let's just get rid of these small balloons. This one is gonna have a bunch of 45 mobs at the back, and I'm not worried about the 45 mobs. I'm just worried about the ZMGs at the back, so that's the most important thing. And yes, there we go. So the overclock is coming back, the Call to Arms is already back, and then we have the Sabo as well. So I think I just want to combine all these together. So let me just use the overclock right about now, and let's combine both of these ones as well. And that's gonna be about it for 96. I'm just checking Geraldo's levels, so we're gonna get level 20 on. Is it gonna be 98 or 99? I can't exactly tell with this XP bar. So yeah, there we go. Let me just check the pump. So 1.6 million onto the ace, and then this is gonna be a very important round. So Geraldo is okay, so he's gonna get a level 20 on the next one. So that is the green light to use the Rejuve right now. Let's actually dump all the abilities at once because this entire round just comes out together at once. So let's use the Sabo, let's use the Homeland, and I'm gonna use the Rejuve just in case, just to have it ready. But yeah, the Homeland just makes the ace and the Spectre just so much more powerful. I feel like this is not even gonna be close on this one. I'm just watching the duration of both of these abilities because I do want to use it as soon as it ends. I want to use it again, and then it ended. Okay, so yeah, let's use both abilities again. Let's just make sure we clean out 98. It might carry over a little bit to 99. We're gonna have Geraldo level 20 in a second, and then we have both Rejuves again. You know what, we actually might want to use the Rejuve. Okay, so let's dump one of the Rejuves, and then we can save the other one for round 100. So let's overclock again. Let's use the Sabo because it's not gonna work on the bad balloon anyway, so might as well use it right now. That should take care of the 45 DDTs. Although you can see this is a little bit more difficult than the normal ones, but yeah, this thing is just eating everyone up. Actually, let's go like this. Let me get the glue strike. So this is gonna be again a very nice combo because we can combo it with the overclock, with the Homeland, and then the glue strike as well. So let's just wait for the overclock to come off cooldown as well, and let's be very careful about the money that we're spending. So embrittlement, I think we can get the enhanced freeze, and that's gonna be about it because that is gonna be about the price of the Rejuve potion. Okay, so let's overclock, do the Homeland, do the glue strike as well. Let's use the Rejuve so we get all these guys back off cooldown, which is gonna be really important. And so as soon as the bat pops, I think we're just gonna have one more round of these abilities, and that should be all right. Can we buy something else? No, that's about it. All right, so this is absolutely perfect the way it's going out. I think this thing is not exactly powered. This is the last stage of the damage, so I think I'm just gonna do all of the abilities except the Sabo. So let's go like this. Yeah, let's just make sure we pop the bad layer. There it goes. I think I'm going to use the Sabo as early as possible while we have all these Homeland and all the other abilities going, and this just has to win by itself, guys, because we have no more abilities and no more money, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna win. So yes, we got the 2 million. It's very close to do the max amount of pops actually, but yeah, we get it done. So 2 million pops onto the ace, and this thing, the Never Miss, is just so good right now. I'm so glad that Ninja Q changed it like this. That's really nice. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.